everybody, and welcome back to Mutti Plays Pokemon Crystal version. Today, we are going to explore this oh-so-lovely route that is to the south of Violet City. And no, I am not going to check out the Elf Ruins yet. It's, when I was first recording this, I mainly wanted to jump through, I wanted to get to a certain point in the game because of that variable in my team that I mentioned, and spending time over at the Ruins of Elf would have been time spent not finding out what that Pokemon is. But, I now know what that Pokemon is and how I am going to, do stuffs. Yeah.
Yay, adorable little Zubat! It's so cute. I just want to pet it and hug it and take it home, and I'm gonna call it Zena.
Wait, no, that's a male. Zena's kind of a girl's name. Oh. Zubat fainted. Now I can't take him home. Wah. And, now we're done with that guy. And, going over here to check out an item. Rattata. A repel, which can be, if you use it, it prevents random battles from happening under two conditions. One, the wild Pokemon are under the level that your first Pokemon is, and first meaning the first one in your party that you send out. And the second is that so long as the item is still in effect, because I believe with a regular repel it's 100 steps that it'll be in effect. After that it wears off. And here we have a new Pokemon, Nidoran female, which is poison, so it is weak to ground and psychic attacks. Now, as you can see, the gender is a part of its name because this thing was born in, well, it first came to be in the first generation, and in the first generation games, pretty much only Nidoran had a gender, and apart from that, gender did not exist as a mechanic, as it does here. Now, why even bother having only one Pokemon with a gender? Because, depending on the gender of that Pokemon, it will evolve into entirely different Pokemon. And that's kinda neat. If it were introduced, I want to say Gen 4? The two forms would probably have just been treated as the same Pokemon, and its evolution would have branched off differently depending on its gender. But it was born in Gen 1, so they had to make two Pokemon just for it. And here we have a Poliwag, which is an adorable little water type, making it weak to grass and electric attacks. Now, this is going to be one of the Pokemon that I am actually interested in keeping for my team. And I will obtain it as soon as I am done going over this route. well, the majority of this route, because there's gonna be one trainer that I leave behind. Because he's kind of south and down and out of the way, and yeah, Whee! Now, one interesting thing to note, that in earlier generations, you could actually catch non-Magikarp Pokemon with the old rod. Or at least a lot more non-Magikarp Pokemon with the old rod. So, you had a bit more variety, even with the worst rod in the game. Speaking of Magikarp, pure water type, so it is also weak to grass and electric attacks. Commonly referred to as the worst Pokemon, but if you have the patience for it, and get it all the way to level 20, it will evolve into something I personally think is overrated. 'Cause, like, yeah, it looks cool, but at least for me, the moves that it learns kind of suck. So I don't like using it much. And, one thing you will notice in every Pokemon game, there is always going to be the obligatory Magikarp Specialist Fisherman. As in, all of his Pokemon are Magikarp. Each and every single one. Yes, even in black and white. The first ones. You just don't get to see him till after the credits. And the guy even brags about his Pokemon being rare and exotic. The poor, pitiful soul. And down to the final Magikarp. Huzzah! Fauna killed it with a peck. Even though I'm fairly certain just about any Pokemon you have at this point could one-shot one of those level 5 Magikarps. Sploosh! Kaboom! Splish! Alright, and this guy, he might not look terribly special at the moment, only having one Pokemon, which is a Goldeen, another pure water type, so it is also weak to grass and electric attacks. But, if you get this guy's phone number, he will occasionally call you up and announce that in the route that he is currently, that we are currently on and exploring and stuff, that there will be a swarm of quillfish. What are those? I'll talk about them when we get to them. But for now, all you need to know is that it's not a terribly common Pokemon. Like, you have to get Tully's number to trigger the swarm in order to even find it. And roar! Curse you for taking out my Spearow! Yeah! Eat Razor Leaf! Why do I have to be so slow? Why? Ha 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 ha! Eat Razor Leaf, you stupid little koi fish, carp, whatever thing. Now, I'm personally not going to get his number because I don't care for cool fish, to be honest. And,
Hi, TK Mutti, how are you? I found a useful item shopping, so I bought it with your money. Sorry, it's in your PC. You'll like it.
Okay then. And that is one of the bonuses of your letting your mom have some of your money after you win battles, is that she'll occasionally buy you some stuff that will get you, it's like healing items and stuff. And oh, another new Pokemon, Wooper, a water ground type. And with that type combination, it is only weak to grass attacks, but it is quadruply weak. So, you take what you can get. Whenever I catch a Wooper, I tend to name it Whoop Whoop! Because it just looks so happy and stuff. And what is this guy doing? I did 1 million. You can't even hold 1 million in this game. You don't get the ability to hold anywhere near 1 million until Generation 5. But, now, normally I would skip a routine heal check, but there was something of note inside this Pokemon Center. This guy. Talk to him, answer yes, and he will give you the old rod. And while it does fish up the weakest Pokemon out of all the rods, it is fairly useful if you, say, want to have my team and get a Poliwag. Cute and adorable little Poliwag. Yay! More Great Balls. Oh, and that invisible Great Ball that I found before I went into the Pokemon Center, I believe on Fridays there's going to be a person there, so you won't be able to pick up the Great Ball if you're playing on a Friday. But if you're playing any other day of the week, you won't have to worry about it. And now, another new Pokemon, the male version of Nidoran. It is also a poison type, so, like its female counterpart, it is weak to ground and psychic attacks. And, I'm not sure how it is in, later generations, but at least in this generation, if the Pokemon is male, the attack stat tends to be higher. I don't know if there's a stat that tends to be higher if you're female. And now cutting over to my fishing adventures of trying to capture my Poliwag. And oh, I am so happy it was a girl. Because of that thing that I mentioned, what was it, part 2? But, swirl on its belly and is its inside showing through the skin. It looks clear after it eats. And yes, I am going to nickname it, and I shall call it Maylene! Yay! For those of you who get the reference, goody! And now to fight the final trainer on this route. A bird keeper that is apparently a fan of Faulkner's. And he shall start off with a Pidgey. And I think that's all he has. Well, maybe, I don't know, but here we get to show off a bit of Maylene. And another thing that would be good about picking up Poliwag is that right when you catch it, it'll have Hypnosis, which, if you're very interested in completing the Pokédex, will be good for catching Pokemon because Hypnosis puts Pokemon to sleep, and inflicting any sort of status condition on a Pokemon ups your chances of catching it. Now, in the future, I'm gonna be a bit of an idiot about keeping status condition inflicting moves because, I like to delete them just as I need them really bad, like legendary fight. So, ah, he has a Spearow. Alrighty. Now, one interesting thing I've found about, whenever I go through Pokemon these days is that there is always one Pokemon in my team that just has to be the Experience Hog that needs like 20% more experience than the others do just to even level up. I am hoping that once Gen 6 comes out that maybe, possibly I could avoid it and avoid that problem. But, I'm probably gonna pick one up anyways. And if you're wondering what I'm doing here, I swear there was an invisible item around there, but I couldn't find it, so off to heal. And with that, we are going to park ourselves in front of the path forward, and I will see you guys next time on Mutti Plays Pokemon Crystal version. See you guys then!